Hello, and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 585. The category is the Olympics. Now, there are some Olympian questions in here, but most of this revolves around the structure and the ceremony of the actual Olympic Games. So there will be some original and some modern Olympic questions. Good luck on today's quiz. Question 1. Bringing together more than 12 nations and over 240 athletes who competed in 43 events, the first modern Olympic Games held by the International Olympic Committee was hosted in what city in 1896? The answer is Athens, Greece. Question number 2. The idea for the Olympic flame was derived from ancient Greece, where a sacred fire was kept burning throughout the celebration of the ancient Olympics on the altar of the sanctuary of what goddess? The answer is Hestia. Question 3. First adopted in the 1890s with the launch of the Olympic Games movement, what is the three-word Latin phrase that has been used as the Olympic motto since the early days of the modern games? The motto is Citius Altius Fortius. Question 4. On July 20th, 2021, the session of the International Olympic Committee approved a change in the Olympic motto. The change adds what word at the end of the phrase that recognizes the unifying power of sport? The motto is now Citius Altius Fortius, together. Together is the word they added. Question 5. The Winter Olympic Games is a major international multi-sport event held once every 4 years for sports practiced on snow and ice. The first Winter Olympic Games, the 1924 Winter Olympics, were held in what country? They were held in the country of France. Question 6. The last series of Olympic medals to be made of solid gold were awarded at the 1912 Summer Olympics in Stockholm, Sweden. Now, gold medals at the Olympics are made primarily of what other metal? According to the Olympic rules, gold medals must be made of at least 92.5% silver. Question 7. The Olympic hymn, also known informally as the Olympic anthem, was first introduced in the 1896 Summer Olympics and now performed at every Olympics, is a choral cantata by what Greek opera composer? The answer is Spiridon Samaros. Question 8. The International Olympic Committee elects the host city by secret ballot, where each active member gets one vote. As of 2020, what country has hosted the most times, a total of 8 Olympic Games? The answer is the United States. Question number 9. The Olympic flame is used as a symbol of continuity between ancient and modern games. Several months before the Olympic Games, the Olympic flame is lit where? Before the symbolic torch relay. It is lit in Olympia, Greece. Question number 10. On April 6, 1896, the Olympic Games, a long-lost tradition of ancient Greece, are reborn 1,500 years after being banned by what Roman emperor who deemed the Games equivalent to paganism? That Roman emperor was Theodosius I. Question 11. According to most accounts, the man solely responsible for reviving the modern Olympic Games was what French educator and historian and founder of the International Olympic Committee? The answer is Baron Pierre de Coubertin. Question 12. In the ancient Olympic Games, there was only one winner per event, and there were no gold, silver, or bronze medals. Also known as kotinos, what was the prize for the winner at the ancient Olympic Games? The answer is an olive wreath. Question 13. Paris will become the second city to do it with the 2024 Summer Olympics, followed by Los Angeles as the third in 2028. What city became the first city to have hosted 3 games with the 2012 Summer Olympics? The answer is London, England. Question 14. His historical run is the inspiration behind a modern sporting event. Pheidippides is said to have run all the way to Athens from what city to deliver the news of a victory in battle? He ran all the way from Marathon, Greece. Question 15. The colors of the Olympic rings, together with the white of the background, included the colors found in every competing country's flag at the time it was first introduced. What are the 5 colors of the Olympic rings? The rings are blue, yellow, black, green, and red. Question 16. The 5 rings on the Olympic symbol represented the 5 participating continents of the time, united by Olympism. The 5 continents represented were Africa, Asia, the Americas, and what other 2? The answer is Europe and Oceania. Question 17. In its 124-year modern history, the Olympics has only been canceled 3 times. What were the 3 years that the Summer Olympics were canceled due to World War I and World War II? They were canceled in 1914, 1940, and 1944. Question 18. Beating its 8 opponents by an average of 44 points, the original Dream Team, the U.S. basketball team that won the gold medal at the 1992 Olympics in what city dominated the Olympic competition? Those Olympics were held in Barcelona, Spain. Question 19. In 1976 at the Montreal Olympic Games, what Romanian athlete became the first gymnast in Olympic history to be awarded the perfect score of 10.0 for her performance on the uneven bars? Her name was Nadia Comaneci. Question 20. The 1968 Summer Olympics torch relay took part as part of the build-up to the 1968 Summer Olympics hosted in Mexico City, Mexico. The Olympic flame was lit and the relay retraced the steps of what historical explorer? The answer is Christopher Columbus. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. I actually didn't watch as much of the Olympics as I normally do. I did see quite a few highlights on social media and on news articles and stuff like that, but normally I sit down and watch quite a bit of the Olympics, and this year I just couldn't. I don't know if my brain just, because the 2020 Olympics are being held in 2021, it just doesn't feel right, or if I've just been busy, or what the deal is. But after doing today's quiz, it does make me want to get back on there and look up a few more highlights, because it's obviously the best athletes in the world competing at the highest level in the world, and that's just always really impressive, especially sitting and watching from my couch. Anyways, speaking of the best in the world, question 21, the tiebreaker for today. Who was the only sprinter to have won the 100 meter and 200 meter gold medals at 3 consecutive Olympics in 2008, 2012, and 2016? The answer is Usain Bolt. Now that guy, especially watching the Olympics when he was running in it, was something special. He, at the top level, racing the fastest people in the world, he was blowing them away in a 100-meter dash. Just unbelievable. I remember I'm going to go watch Usain Bolt YouTube highlights right now. Thank you for watching today. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.